Welcome to Movie Madness, and I'm your host today, John Edward Wilson, or as some would like to call me, the Mad English King of the Dorks. Yeah, it's not a very good name. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Game of Thrones, Season 5, Episode 10, Mother's Mercy. It's final of the season and wraps up pretty good everything so far. Definitely had a lot of death in this one. Let's start. We'll start off with in Doran, where Jaime's going after his daughter. All's going well until, it looks like she's been poisoned, and we're not too sure what's going to happen to her from this point on. Obviously, Jaime actually admitted that he was her father before the poison started taking effect, so we'll have to see if they turn around and try and get some potion, or if she's going to die along the way between now and next year. Okay. Then we go off to Stannis, and I can imagine Stannis isn't very popular at the moment, especially after last week. But anyway, so Stannis is not in a good position at the moment. He just lost half his army right at the beginning of the episode. And basically his wife then kills herself over guilt from burning her daughter. I mean, pretty bad really. But anyway, so Stannis, not too jilted, decides he's going to make for Winterhold and crush the party. During the interim, Melisandre decides she's going to abscond. She's going back to the wall. And so Stannis goes to battle, and it doesn't go very well for him. He seems to lose it pretty bad, and we're left with Brienne meeting him and basically telling him he's about to die. I don't want to be too worried about this. I have a feeling both Brienne and Stannis are going to be in next seasons, but I could be wrong. Anyway, while Brienne was doing that, she missed the candle being lit in the tower. Remember how she, that was the big thing? Well, she missed it. So now, Sansa's in a bit of a precarious situation, really. She then, anyway, so she joins up with Reek, and they kill Bolton's girlfriend and abscond. They jump into the snow. I'm presuming the snow's pretty deep, so that's probably why they jumped into it. They figure it probably crushing the landing, and they're going to try and make an escape. So we'll see where that picks up next season. Now we're going to go to Daenerys. Well, she's sort of gone on a dragon, just buggered off somewhere. Looks like she's back with some of her old friends from season 1. So we're going to have to see what happens with her friends on horseback, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I have a feeling that that's pretty much going to be her cavalry, to tell you the truth. Now what else did we have? Arya's little story. Okay, so we've got Arya, and she's just plain out disobeyed her orders from the Nameless God and the Faceless Men. She killed that guy who was on her list. Killed, one word, brutally slaughtered him. Granted, with not much sympathy for him. I mean, let's face the facts. But yeah. She comes back and fails her little mission. Someone dies because of it, and she's blinded. So I don't know what's going to happen next season with her. So also explains a little bit about the girl who was helping her. I forget what her name was. Okay, so now we're going to go to Tyrion, and that he's pretty much now that Daenerys absconded on the dragon. He's pretty much been left in control of that little city, and yeah, Varius is returned, so we'll get to see what these two can do now. Yeah, so the city is now in their hands as Jorah goes out to try and find Daenerys. So, yeah, well, big question mark there, I suppose. And let's see. Cersei's the public walk of shame. Ooh, that was nasty. So Cersei's has basically confessed to the crime of adultery and incest with her cousin. And as atonement, she has been forced to walk the streets of King's Landing all the way back to the palace, and she's got to do it naked, and her hair got chopped off as well. So yeah, she got to the end, but people were throwing stuff at her. It was quite a disgusting display. It was probably realistic to what happened in the old days. So she gets back, and yeah, we're introduced to the Mountain again. He's in the Kingsguard, and I have a feeling that Cersei's is going to be out for blood next season, and I think the Mountain's going to be doing a lot of that. So that should be fun to watch. Okay, and now to the final part, Jon Snow. So with Jon Snow, he's just lost his ally Sam, who's gone down south. He's going to learn how to be a maester, which makes perfect sense. But that leaves Jon pretty much all alone, and yeah, he gets called into basically by Ollie comes up to see him and coaches him out, and is a trap. Some of the Night's Watch have decided they're going to kill him, and yeah. So after about 7 guys stab him, including Ollie, he's laying on the floor, blood gushing out. So a lot of people dead, a lot of people could be dead, a lot of people missing in action, and probably a heck of a lot of unresolved loose ends from this season. Yeah, I don't think personally that this is the last we're going to see of Stannis. As I said, I have a feeling that Brienne will probably let him live. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what I think. Jon, well, luckily Melisandre just arrived at the Black Gate, so he's going to probably need her revival techniques now that he's on the floor dead. So I have a feeling that Jon Snow's not dead. So people, calm down. Don't worry. Jon Snow, I think he's alright. I think. And yeah, so that was episode 10, season 8. You know what the problem is now? I've got to wait a whole another year to actually get any more of this. I know, it's horrible, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's Game of Thrones episode. I'll be catching you next week for my first good, bad, it's ugly movie review. It's going to be Flash Gordon. And yeah, hope to see you. If you like what you see, subscribe and leave any messages of encouragement or advice. Always love your input. See you soon.